Hello and welcome to Ad-lib Heroes. My name is Joey and I'm a lifelong DM and writer. At our table today is...
I am TJ and I play Kirith Odell.
I'm Rowley, I play Grimlock Seaspray.
Hi, I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
Now let's get back to the story. Previously on Ad-lib Heroes, Olivia, Kirith, and Grimlock have been chasing a group of orcs from their secret headquarters in a ruined fortress in the woods to a tunnel into Comtesse Cording's castle. After defeating some rust monsters and an orc priest, they rescued Julian Cording, the heir to the Comtesse, who was hiding and has decided to continue hiding in the upper levels of the castle. They are now going to investigate the thumping in the basements of Castle Cording.
Okay, so question, man, spider, Kirith.
Just Spider at the moment. But
Just spider, Kirith, and I'll just kind of like put my face near his bug face. Can you still see in the dark like that?
I don't know how I would nod, but I guess I move my body up and down.
I'm gonna guess that's a yes.
No, he's doing push-ups.
Oh, he's
dropped
working
down
out.
on the floor beside him.
Which one of you wants to lead?
How effed up does Grimlock look?
He's
Pretty?
he's not doing great, but
I'll go...
Giant-
I'll stay 20 feet ahead of you guys and
Follow the giant
and,
spider.
try to remain quiet
I will take
on the ceiling.
on the ceiling. Hey, that's not a bad plan.
they won't be looking there.
I just grab, not roughly, but just gently put my hand on Grimlock's arm and just say, please don't run far ahead into the danger this time.
Spit another drop of blood. I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, it's the closer you are to the danger, the closer I have to get to the danger to heal you. So
Mm.
don't want you think I'm getting soft now.
When I heard the scraping in the hallway, I thought he had like a claw that was making it all the way to the ground. I didn't want him to make it there in time.
Yeah. We didn't actually check anyone for any items. It's too late now. I did get all these random stick tools, which I don't know what they do, but we'll find out later.
Oh, I wish I could talk.
You know, it's really nice just you and me, Kirith, as a
This big
spider.
grumpy Gus always bringing us down.
Don't have to hear about the monarch or anything. It's just
Meanwhile, he's Charlotte Webbing spinning a sad face.
You know we love you. The face gets sadder. Oh, now we have to walk through spider web.
So, as you head further into the depths of the castle, the second basement level gets very cramped. The roof is barely 6 feet tall.
Okay.
So, I assume that that's not a huge problem for either Grimlock or Olivier.
no. How's Mr. Spider there? How's he fitting in? Is he kind of cramped?
It is a large creature.
Okay, so yeah, you're really cramped. You're not getting the squeezed condition.
Okay.
But-
It's just not comfortable.
Yeah, nothing could get by you in these hallways.
Okay.
That's kind of great, actually.
Yeah. So, as you are heading down here, there are the splintered remains of doors off of several rooms down here. You head by a storage room. There is a dungeon, like an area to hold prisoners, but there are no prisoners in there. There is a storage room for supplies that has been rifled through and ransacked, and several of the supplies have been set out into the hallway. And up ahead, around a bend, you can again hear two thumps and then a break. Boom, boom.
I will try to sneak up around the bend.
All right, roll stealth with advantage.
Oh, word. I also have higher dexterity right now because spider. Natural 20 for a total of 25.
All right.
Whoa.
So you are gosh darn invisible. As you come around the corner, there is the heap of an orc on the floor with several darts sticking out of his arm. Up ahead, there is another orc who is sleeping, and he has an injured arm that he has pulled several darts out of. There is a big metal door up ahead, and there are 2 orcs with a portable ram that look like they have been working on this door for a while. They look very, very tired.
I am going to try to sneak up to the guy that's sleeping while they're making sound.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to take him out without them noticing.
All right.
We all came to play D&D. DJ came to play thief.
Attack with advantage.
Yes.
21 to hit.
All right. That hits.
And he makes a Constitution saving throw.
He has 2 hit points.
So he takes 4 piercing damage.
Okay. And a natural 20 on the con save.
Okay.
He's already so full of poison.
So full of poison.
So yeah, you have...
The poison can't deal damage or kill him anyway. It can only paralyze. So
Okay. So yeah, he is not going to be able to get up for hours.
okay.
We're like 20 feet back. We just see
Yeah.
the spider kind of go around the corner.
Yeah.
And the noises are still happening.
Can I sneak up to the corner but not go,
Yeah.
like not go around or anything? Just kind
Roll.
of wait.
Yeah. Roll stealth with advantage.
Cocked. So 16.
16. Okay. So yeah, you get up to the corner, and again, you see the 2 orcs working on the door with the battering ram.
Mm.
You see Kirit the spider murdering one on his sleep.
Can I ready in action for when I hear like some obvious like he's in distress kind of stuff to pop around the corner and throw a dart?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll a stealth if I move within 10 feet of Grimlock?
If you're not coming around the corner, no, you don't need to roll stealth yet.
I stay farther back. I
so
stay 10
that
feet
it's
from
the
Grimlock.
2 of them side by side working this ram.
Yeah.
I assume that means it's like a 10-foot hallway. I'm still taking up the whole.
Yes.
Okay. I try to web one of them.
All right.
Rolling with advantage, I rolled a 1 and a 2. So 7 to hit.
All right. So you have securely webbed the door.
Haha!
And they turn around, and there's a huge spider there, and they start roaring in Orcish, and let's roll for our initiative.
Does it
Whoever's in there is secure.
does it activate Grimlock's?
Oh, yes. Grimlock,
Action?
you would be able to jump around the corner and throw a dart at one of them.
Okay, peeking around. I was under the assumption that I'm peeking around a door to my right, probably.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be throwing at the first guy I see, so the guy on the left.
Okay. The guy with 1 broken tusk.
Gonna try and break the other one.
Okay.
These guys, you said, do look super exhausted.
Yes. And again, they are hulking gray orcs who
They
are
are.
squatting to, they can't stand upright here.
True orcs.
Yeah, true orcs.
The ball clangs off the door.
Okay. Big ringing sound.
Would he? Or I guess it wouldn't be at advantage because I made noise.
Actually, you were still stealth, so it would be at advantage. So you get 2.
All right, so does 22 hit?
22 hits. So it clangs off and then comes back and hits him in the back of the head.
Going for those trick shots.
Yeah. Getting too good already. It's crazy. For 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Nice. On broken tusk.
All right. So they are up first. So they grab their axes and come to hack apart a spider. Or sorry, not their axes, their mauls, because
Right.
they have the makeshift mauls because they were traveling with rust monsters. A critical hit.
Nice.
Not nice.
No.
So I
so
just
happy.
rolled 4d6, and it is 6 damage for a total of 9 damage.
How did you roll so many ones?
Yeah. 3 1s and a 3.
For a total of 9 damage.
Yes,
Yeah.
for a total of 9 damage.
'Kay.
And the other one has a critical failure. Because these are makeshift weapons, critical failure means his maul breaks.
So it just shatters on the carapace.
Yeah. All right. So next is Grimlock.
I'm going to.
So you can't really get right close to them because a giant spider the size of a horse is blocking the hall.
All right, I'm going to just lob another dart at him.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah, you can't. Okay, yeah. I'm going to lob another dart. I'm going to miss.
Okay.
Just
Well,
kind of
like-
ricochet right off.
Yeah, that's only an 11 or.
Yeah, just 11.
Yeah. 11 is not enough. All right. Next is Kirith.
I'm gonna try to bite the one with that still has a maul. Is that
Okay.
is that Broken Tusk?
Nope.
Okay. 14
14. Okay. That'll hit.
for D8, and he has to roll a Constitution saving throw. So he takes 10 piercing damage.
Okay. And he has an 18 on the con save.
Okay, so he takes half the poison. For 6 poison, or 12, so 6.
Okay. He falls to the ground.
Paralyzed.
Olivia.
I'll I'll move the 10 feet up and look around the corner and see Broken Tusk
Yeah.
and be like, what's with all you orcs and not knowing how to use your weapons?
And he has a 14 to save. Excuse me, a 14 to save.
Okay, well, he's confident in
Yep.
in himself.
And he reaches down and picks up his fallen compadre's maul and tries to bring it up on this spider. And he has a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Doing 11 points of damage.
Okay, I'm pretty wounded.
He hasn't knocked the spider out of you yet, though.
Nope.
All right, Grimlock.
Still can't get in, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to get a
Actually, wait. You can pass through an ally's space, so you could slide under the spider and come up standing over the paralyzed guy.
Perfect. I will do that. And is it? I have. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have 35 feet. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a nice little action slide under the spider. Don't get trampled. And will I get my full attack out of that? Like
Yep.
with the maneuver? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, gonna slide and kind of give him a jab with the stick.
'Kay.
For 23.
23 will hit.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
And
So yeah, you bend him double as you start coming up.
And am I attacking from my feet or on the ground?
From your feet. The slide is for
Just thematic.
effect. Yeah.
Cool. And maybe catch him with my elbow.
'Kay.
It's a part of the movement. And 15.
That'll hit.
For 5 damage.
And you knock him out.
Yeah.
So there are no orcs left in this hallway who are conscious.
Cool. So, and this was just a curve. It's not a T. There's not a way back away from them.
Right. The hallway ends here with this big steel door.
Okay, shall we do the same thing where, Kirith, you go hide back down the hall so people don't get terrified?
That's me walking away.
I'll just grab one of the, Actually, I don't even know if I can lift their moles. I just try and like pull some of this webbing off and not get it all over myself.
I don't think he webbed down here.
He webbed the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he webbed the door. Right.
Grimlock, can you get this stuff off? We need to tell the people through here it's okay.
I guess I'll like pick up one of the orcs and use them to start like mopping the web off.
Scraping it.
Roll me a quick investigation check.
Okay. 23.
Okay, so this door would be the vault of the treasury.
Oh, never mind. We don't need... There's no people. There's just all of the gold and money.
I come back.
Action is not his reward.
Can
It's not stealing if I need it more.
Can I check the masonry around the door, see if it's like of quality?
It's pretty decent quality.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the after wiping all of the stuff up. I'm just gonna give a regular rap.
Yeah.
On
So
the door.
there's an echoing beyond there, but no voices respond to you.
Okay. I don't think anyone's home, guys.
Yeah. The spider looks constipated. I don't understand animals that well, so I think it might want to poop.
Just really want some of that money, but I guess we should go save the other people.
So we head back up and out this hallway, and
Out of curiosity, did they actually make any real progress on the door? Is it basically the same?
So you can see several big dents in the door. The thing is, they would have needed a natural 20 to open it.
Oh, I see.
Because the DC to break the door is 25, and they had +3 to their strength. So
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, free portable RAM. Basically recycling.
Do it. Write it down.
Grimlock just straps it to his back.
That's your quarterstaff now. That's your monk weapon.
So you head back to where the old castle meets the new wing. This area is very heavily fortified. There is a structure that is known as murder holes that existed in castles, where there are places for the people on the side you're on to easily spear people on the other side, because there is a slot in the wall with angles so they can spear in multiple directions. But anyone trying to spear back in has to kind of go straight through.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 orcs that have been taken out on your side of the wall, but the door is still barred, and there is thudding against it as people on the other side are trying to break through.
I'll yell out, like, people are people. It's
Like-
all clear through here.
So you hear a voice call back. Who's over there?
Olivia Fortier and her compatriots who came to the front. We were with guard leader Harris.
Are you able to remove the bar?
Yeah. I point at Kirith, like, make weird moving arm motions
I start making 8 weird moving arm motions.
before we... Maybe you should turn back to an elf before we open the door and everybody comes on through.
Oh. I shift back and like the bones cracking and the plate and the like chitin falling off and blood now on my mouth because I had to bite people today.
Yep, we're just grabbing this bar.
Oh, I don't get used to that.
Just a coin flip you a breath mint.
I mean, I can go try to lift the bar. I have not good strength.
You
I
don't.
think I'm the strongest.
I mean, it's the side you're on, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yay.
not a super heavy bar. It's just
Yeah, it's just you have to be on this side to lift it.
So, yeah, we'll lift the
Okay.
bar.
So as you open it, on the other side, you see several guards who are working together with, again, another ram. and you see Comtesse Courting, who is wearing full plate, and she's got a shield that has her heraldry on it of a griffin on a green field and a longsword, and she's been ordering them as they attack the door.
Hey, this is Kirith from Ad-lib Heroes, and if you like Dungeons & Dragons and heavy metal, be sure to follow the contributing artists who wrote our intro and outro, Balragath, on all of their social media and their Bandcamp.
Hi, this is Joey from Ad-lib Heroes. If you're enjoying the story I'm telling, you can read my first novel, True Son of the Empire, available on Amazon as both an ebook and a softcover. The sequel, True Sword of the Empire, will be out any day now. Comtesse Adeline Courting is a tall woman in her early 40s.
Yeah.
You're not sure if her hair is white bordering on blonde or blonde bordering on white, but it's in a long braid down her back. And she is looking at you, Olivia, and says, can you give me a report on what's going on in there?
Yeah, the orcs came through and we've defeated all of them, though many of the guards on your side have fallen. Your brother is safe and locked away up in your personal quarters, the family quarters, up in the old castle. They were trying to break down into the treasury below, but they didn't succeed, and their bodies remain there. And what else?
I mean, all of your traps did a lot of the work.
Yep.
Excellent. So she starts talking to her guards, and she's organizing a sweep. She says, I'm still in good shape, so I'm going to be leading one of these sweeps. If you're injured at all, I've got some guards protecting the civilians out in the courtyard. But it sounds like everything is under control, and we'll have to speak very soon.
Yes, we'll be staying at Chateau Fortier. I'm Olivia Fortier.
All right. I'll if you're heading home, then I'll send someone for you when we know we've got everything secured.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Just while they're talking, I turn to Grimlock and sarcastically mouth the word Chateau Fortier.
Give him a chuckle and a bump. Before we go, in the tunnels there are 3 rust monsters tied up. One of them is separate from the others. Have it delivered to Chateau Fortier.
We could just... do you want to just go grab it?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about him, actually.
Okay, we'll go
right.
down. We can go the outside route. One of guard leader Harris's guard is right now watching the entrance from which they came, and we'll have more information for you on what's going on. We just left the papers at my house.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. So she seems very excited as she starts leading one of the groups of guards to do a sweep. You get the sense that this is where she excels. This is the sort of thing she wants to be doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys head back down to the area. You see the rust monster, and it is slurping away at stuff. But when you come around the corner, it sits.
Go over to him with, hey, buddy, and just untie him.
The others are tied and unconscious at the far end.
Okay.
So I realize that looking through the armory, they've probably devoured most of the stuff in here.
Yeah.
Is there a longbow? That
roll-
wouldn't be metal.
Yeah. Roll me a d20. If you get 15 or higher, you find a serviceable longbow.
Cool. Nope. That
Nope.
was a 9.
Sorry. Nope.
That's fine.
Find a short bow.
It's not stealing if I need it more.
Though I'll just kind of grab a couple of, like, if there's some pretty rusty gauntlets and some other things, I'll just kind of gather them up in a little pile, and then I'll hand one to Grimlock to give.
So this thing has been eating to its heart content for several hours. It is so full.
Just put them in a bag then for later.
Yeah.
Wait, these dumb orcs were trying to batter down a steel door, and they had these things trained up here. Orcs are stupid.
Real dumb.
Although maybe these things like wouldn't keep going because they had so much to eat right here, and so they like stopped and wouldn't continue on. So they
There
just
was
left
so
them.
much food here. They were just like,
No.
Are
Are you gonna name your pet?
It's got to be Rusty, or maybe Buckets. Buckets.
Buckets.
Buckets.
Just keep it away from my stuff, please.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just keep him in. We'll find a good place to take him. Can we just like release the other guys? Like, I guess drag them outside to let them frolic.
What's the natural habitat of a rust monster?
I have no idea.
They are generally considered pests because they will destroy anything metal.
Mm.
yep.
So
I don't wanna break-
their general habitat is away from people who will kill them for being rust monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, your best bet is probably to just like release Buckets into the wild, man. Taking him back to town is gonna,
Yeah, it's just gonna be a problem.
best case scenario, he's just gonna ruin all the stuff at Olivia's home.
All right. If you guys want to come with me, help me.
Go
Take
on
it.
now, get.
He's crying. Aw. We're gonna go take a half an hour walk, I guess, out into the wilderness.
Yeah.
It's important, guys. And
I'll carry one of the unconscious bug dogs.
thank you. I'll give.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Just be good out there, Buckets.
Yeah.
I'll never forget you.
And like when you stop paying attention to him, he stops sitting and he just starts wandering around.
Untie the rope leash and
Yeah.
just
Ooh, right down a rope though. rope is
20 feet of rope.
Wow. I'll leave the collar on him though.
There wasn't a collar, like they just tied the rope in a
Oh, I
loop.
see. Okay.
They were not treating these as pets.
Bastards.
so we head back to my house.
yeah, I guess.
There's rooms
Better be.
and they're free.
Great.
Why is this so tense? Let's go.
I don't know.
Sorry. All right, so you guys head back to Chateau Fortier. Again, the town is still pretty tense because the all clear hasn't come down yet, but there's word at the north gate that you're allowed to pass through.
Okay.
So when you get back to the house, you can see from inside that your father is in the kitchen cooking, and there is, again, the wide open yard with the poorly painted mural, and several rooms in the house are open. The kind of first area that you would walk into is where your parents would do business and sell maps and such.
As we come in the door, I'll just say, we're going to take a couple of rooms. We're really tired and hurt from, saving the Comtesse and her entire family.
I mean, I'm fine.
So you hear from the kitchen, "Don't you dare," as your dad comes out and he's like, "You get over here and give me a hug. What are you doing out there? You gotta stay." And this broad, short man who you would almost mistake as a dwarf with bright red hair streaked with white and gray comes up and wraps his barrel arms
Around the microphone.
around the microphone. He wraps his barrel arms around Olivia and just kind of lifts her off the ground. And,
Hi, Dad.
"You gotta be careful."
Yeah, thank you. Dad, put me down. Put
So
me
he
down.
puts you down.
These are my friends. This is Kirith. He's the guy you guys hired to bring me back. And
Mhm.
this is Grimlock. He was the cook at the inn we stayed at. Listen,
He's really
there's
good
a
at
lot.
punching guys.
Mom's-
Bouncer at the inn.
No, I was mashing all the potatoes.
Just with your fists?
What did you do?
Eat them raw.
Um, Mom had said that maybe there was someone who could read or translate Orcish.
Yeah, Figured's been working on it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, the Comtesse and her family are going to come for a report later, but as you might see, my friend Grimlock here is kind of hurt, so if we can maybe go to my old room or something.
Yeah, sure. Take the rooms you need. The Comtesse is coming because I'm just making beef stew for supper.
I think she's only coming for a report, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And he heads back in, and he's like already yells, Yvette, where are the good spices?
Okay, he's gonna try to impress her. That's fine. Let's head.
One moment, and I'll follow him into the kitchen. Just, Mr. Fortier?
Maurice.
Maurice, you guys hired me to return your daughter here safely, and
Yes.
she's here safely.
Of course, I can pay you now if you want to stay for supper or stay the night. You're more than welcome to.
Tell you what, yeah, pay me in the morning.
All right. Do you prefer waffles or pancakes?
I'm fine.
But do you prefer waffles or pancakes?
I won't be eating.
So he looks very confused, and then he's going through the counters, and he's like, Yvette, where did we put the good spices?
I'll walk back out and
I
follow
need
them.
the cumin. I need the cumin.
I'm already like showing Grimlock like towards my room to be like, oh, you can come stay in my bed. I'm gonna give you the healing spell like upstairs though, just because I don't know these new students. If there's people around, I'm just like kind of ignoring them and just walking straight towards where I know there's some empty rooms.
No,
Okay.
I don't want these guys to see the damage anyways. They're probably faint.
So yeah, you guys head upstairs, and you're going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Yep. So I play the little songy song. Actually, if we take a short rest, I got a new ability that is called
Song of Rest?
Song of Rest.
Yeah, where
Perfect.
we heal extra, I think.
1 extra 1d6 when healing hit dies during long rest.
During a long rest or
Or
short rest?
Short rest.
Cool.
So do we want to do a short rest, or should I just cast healing on you? I can just cast healing on you. So that's 1.
D8 plus your...
1d8 plus 3. You heal 7.
Perfect. Thank
And
you.
I'd be down for a short rest, and I'll just play a song of healing while we short rest.
You hear my rib crack back into place.
Yeah. Play a little ditty. And I'll use 1 hit die. Yeah, actually, it's a d8 if it's my hit die, right?
Yes.
So I heal 10.
So you guys are hanging out in Olivia's childhood room. What does Olivia's childhood room look like?
So she has just a small bed, like a twin bed. So if Grimlock's laying down in it, no one else can like sit on it or be near it. And there's a lot of, actually surprisingly, a lot of like interesting writings and theories and things, maps on the wall, obviously. But it's not as girly as you might think. She has a lot of like a letter that's up from being discovering something, and like something small, but for helping the town with one of their aqueduct problems, and like just a more less frivolous as she seems to be now, but then it kind of, as you get away from some of the like younger things and into her like teen, and probably the more prevalent things will be like a fan letter from someone who heard her play once, and like she seems to have adjusted what she values some, and like she'll pull out of her pack, because I believe in the competition, I was out in the first round. So she like kind of begrudgingly, once the short rest is over, just puts her letter of getting into the competition, but she has nothing else to put beside it. You can see in the wall where there's like now blank space for more things, but she just kind of pins that to the wall, that letter of acceptance into the competition for Elidamara. Is it the Church of Elidamara?
Yes.
And she kind of spends a minute like straightening it out and pinning it up. Yeah, so I guess this is my room. We'll probably find another bed or two. I mean, you don't even have to. I can sleep in here for the night, but we'll make sure we find a couple rooms.
So there is a slight cough from near the door.
Like, look.
So there is a young gnome standing there. Again, a very short cut close to his face beard in a way you're not used to seeing on gnomes. He's got a big triangular hat.
Great.
As gnomes do.
As gnomes do. He's like, hello, Ms. Fortier?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm figured I'm a new student of your parents.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Look at the little guy.
Don't be rude, man.
I'm used to being called little because I'm short.
That's fair. Did you have any luck in translating those documents?
Yeah. So someone was writing to these orcs and offered them some direwolf cubs.
Oh.
In exchange for bringing the heir of the courting family to a forgotten temple.
Oh.
There's directions to the temple. Apparently, you go a little bit north of the road towards the Lorne Castle, and there is an old road that exists there. And about 10 miles down that road, you come to this forgotten temple on a cliffside. So the orcs are supposed to bring the heir of Castle Courting there. They're allowed to keep anything that they want from the raid on the castle. There's instructions on how to find a grate, and there's supposed to be a map that shows where there's a grate. And there's some eggs that'll help you get through the grate.
Wow. Okay. Figured. Do you think maybe if we stay here the night, could you draw up a map, even if it's not something pretty?
Well, it's going to be pretty. I mean, I'm a cartography student.
Yeah, of course. Maybe I can chat up with... pretty high up there in Miss Yvette's books. I could maybe see if you would get extra credit or...
You mean your mom's books?
Yeah, well, listen, she likes me and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
She might be able to teach you or take you on her next expedition or something if you were able to draw that map up for us.
I mean, she'll probably do that anyways, but I'm happy to draw the map.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here to learn from them, and they accepted me as a student. They're going to teach me either way.
But could you do this favor for me, the
yeah,
daughter
I can
of
do
your
this
teachers?
I can do this as a favor for you, but you don't owe me anything. Like I'm
Okay, cool.
I'm already indebted to your family.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, all right.
Did you
This little guy.
Did you create translations? Like, is it written in common? What was written in?
So he's got the translations, and it is the offer of the deal: some direwolf cubs if you're able to bring the heir of the courting family to the temple, and it's got a date that is about 4 days from now.
I'll just quickly pull out one of my notebooks and we're probably going to have to give these notes to the Comtesse, or even if we don't have to, I'm going to make a copy in my notes so that we have the info. Oh, crap. Speaking of, my mom said, you wouldn't know. Sorry, figured. You can go. My mom said my teacher left me some things. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What?
I would really like those lockpicks that you got off the guy.
You sticks?
Yeah. The sticks.
Sure. I hand him the orcish.
So
Are
you-
they like proper thieves' tools?
Yeah, it's a thieves' tool set.
Nice. Just like organize them and roll them up. And
Mhm.
yep.
Wait, you know orc magic? When did you learn that?
A long time ago, before you were born.
I mean, that's fair. You're ancient.
I'm only 97.
Oh, I'm actually older than you.
I thought you were like 80 or something.
I think so.
I thought that was middle-aged.
I think I'm like a bit in there with. I'm
Oh
not
no,
sure.
you rolled. I think you just rolled a lot more on the life events for me. I think you were a decade or two younger.
What? Just figures on the moment that we release a rust monster. It's like, yeah, we gotta get through a giant grate. It's like, I'm gonna miss you, buckets.
No, we don't.
That was from before.
That was for getting into the castle. They had to get. into the
Oh, okay.
So the letters came before they left for the castle. So it was the instructions on how to.
Gotcha.
So they're supposed to do this raid. They're supposed to capture Julian, and they're supposed to bring him to this forgotten temple.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'll run downstairs. Hey,
Okay.
hey, Mom, where's my mail?
She's like, it's in the back office.
Oh, okay.
So you head into the back office, and there is a huge overstuffed leather folder with a letter addressed to you wrapped on top of it with a ribbon.
Okay, I'll just grab it from the back office and head back up to these
'Kay.
two. Just like, interesting. Just kind of get back into my old habits, like when you're home from school or whatever. I just like pull out the little chair from my desk in my room and like flop the folder down.
'Kay.
Just open it up, and this is from my teacher. Apparently I don't know how we missed her on the road. She like headed back to the capital or something.
I mean, you were in a carriage.
That's true. We might have just missed her.
Unless you like shoo me away, I'll be reading over your shoulder.
I actually begin reading out loud because I'm obnoxious like that. My dear Olivia Forte, that's me. Oh, she's so nice. I have attached research which has been conducted over the last several years. Ooh, some would call it my research, but I give it freely to you, making it yours. That's nice. There's something terribly wrong with the walls of Raylu.
That's the capital city.
Yes. There's something terribly wrong with the walls of Raylu. They were not designed to protect the city, but for some obfuscated and arcane purpose. In a decade, I have not been able to decipher their truth. And now, I must pass this burden on to you. Attached are my notes, your notes. I must regretfully warn you that you cannot trust anyone from the capital scriptorum. Hide your work and research from them at all costs. Above all, the Hedgegrove witch must not be trusted. Make no deals with her and tell her nothing. If she comes close to your research, burn it. It is better to start afresh than to let her have it. My sincerest apologies. Immerse Binarn. That was my teacher's name.
Master always said to show your work, so I'm pretty conflicted.
That's inspiration.
Have I ever heard of the Hedgegrove Witch?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, lol. No.
Can I also see if I know the Hedgegrove witch of which she speaks?
Yes.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge Arcana.
Just Arcana.
It's a 4 plus a 15 is 19.
Nice. So, the Hedgegrove Witch is supposed to haunt the royal gardens, which has a maze in it made of hedges that is about 5 feet tall. She's a boogeyman that they tell children about, that you shouldn't go play in the hedgegroves at night, or the Hedgegrove Witch will grab you and take you away into her secret parts of the grove that no one can find, and eat your bones one by one while you're still alive.
Huh. Yeah, that part, I'm not surprised, Kirith, you don't totally know. That part's weird because, like, generally, Immerse doesn't actually make jokes and stuff, but that's like a fairy tale almost. But she's
We
right.
met a fairy yesterday.
Yeah, truth. Truth. It's just,
But if this Hedgegrove witch was something that people actually ran into in the capital, Kirith probably would know about someone who stole children and ate their bones if it was real. If it's like an urban legend that kids just tell each other.
Mm-hmm.
so that's the weird thing, though. But she writes in here like it's someone we could actually run into, and that's not her style to. And this is not. She wouldn't be this messy usually with all of her.
No, so you have a huge disorganized pile of papers that seem to be completely random. There are a whole bunch of geometric drawings, like there will be a square and a hexagon overlaid and drawn again and again and again. This is madness from someone who is generally very orderly.
Looks like she had to get it together in a hurry.
Yeah, my mom said she went to the capital. Maybe she's gonna try to convince somebody there, but this is gonna take me time to understand what's going on.
That's all super strange.
So
You hear your dad ringing a triangle.
if we don't get down there in the next 15 minutes, he's gonna start shouting. We might only have 5 minutes.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to cast Good Berries.
Okay.
As soon as I heard the triangle before you even said anything, I would have been running down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of tuck the letter back into the folder. I put my notebook in, just kind of slip it down into my travel pack. As you're casting Goodberry, I'll just turn to you. I don't know if I can stay here. I need to figure out, well, who the hell is sending stuff to Orcs?
That's up to your Comtesse. It's her family business. They were going to kidnap her heir and everything, right?
Yeah, but honestly, like, you were in the recent war, right? You said people are pretty upset.
Oh, yeah. Lots of us.
I told you my brother, we lost him. But I mean, like, legitimately, like, lost him. Like, we don't
No evidence that he got.
we don't have any evidence that he got, but he wasn't the type to just skedoodle. And if
Lots of people got lost. I wouldn't assume anything sinister beyond the obvious until you have evidence otherwise.
Mm-hmm. But the more I can find out these people who are trying to play with clearly really damaged souls, I don't feel like I'm doing much sitting here eating stew. I don't know where you were planning on going and what you're planning on doing, but
Let's see what your Comtesse has to say.
okay.
None of us are soldiers. Not anymore. Some of us never were.
I just, whether you like it or not, I kind of consider you a friend. Also, you and Grimlock now know my secret business. So
Of getting letters?
I've read it out loud and stuff.
Oh, right, that. I didn't understand a single word of that.
Oh,
You're
I
fine.
mean, that's good. If you didn't understand, then Grimlock probably didn't. We better start going.
Yeah.
Like now.
This is Grimlock Sea Spray, and my sensei always said to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Ad-lib Heroes. Do I get inspiration for that?
Hey guys, Olivia here. Don't forget to rate and review our podcast on your favorite podcasting app. It'll help other people find our show.
So yeah, Grimlock, you get downstairs and there is a long dining room table. There's probably about 4 or 5 students sitting at one end. There's, you see both of Olivia's parents at the head of the table sitting side by side, spaces for you guys to sit up near there. There is a like basket of bread, like someone, instead of baking a loaf, they kneaded it around into a basket, and then there's a bunch of hard-boiled eggs in the middle of that basket.
Riley's 2 favorite foods.
And Olivia's father is opening a second bottle of wine that he is then pouring into the glasses at his end of the table, and the students already have it down at their end. And there is a big cauldron at stew in the middle, and he's like, everybody just get up and grab some stew when you're ready.
Yeah, be like hacking away at the bread basket, I guess.
Yep.
Hacking away at that and just going to town.
Yeah, the bread is so good. There is probably a little too much cumin in the stew.
I would not know. I would not comment on it, but it would be very, very apparent to me.
Olivia! As you come through the door,
right.
your dad is screaming.
I'm right here, Dad. Right here.
Yeah, you don't want the stew to get cold.
Right. Yep. Thank you so much.
And we opened some bottles of the 38 to celebrate you coming home.
Yes, I will gladly take some.
Sit here next to me and your mom.
Oh, gosh. I am fairly obedient, even though you've noticed me sometimes to not be.
And then Yvette, her mother, is like, Grimlock, Kirith, please help yourself. We've got some empty student rooms that you guys are welcome to for as long as you're staying in town.
Appreciate it.
Perfect. Thanks.
And as you come down, her dad's like, so, waffles or pancakes?
I sit down, don't touch any of the food. Thank you for the hospitality, but I'm fine. And start eating my good berries.
And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you don't eat animal. He runs off into the kitchen.
I'll let him feel worried and bad. I do not care.
Yeah.
I'll serve myself up a bowl of Dad's kind of crappy food, and
But the bread is good.
the bread is good. I take a good chunk of bread, and I'll grab an egg and just like crack my hard-boiled egg into my stew and mix it together, and then dip my bread in the stew and eat it. And
Yeah, Maurice comes out and he's like, I'm so sorry, as he sets a couple of oranges and a bowl of nuts down in front of Kirith. And then he goes back to his seat. He's not making eye contact with Kirith out of embarrassment.
I'll stay on the good berries for now, but then partially I'm starting to actually feel guilty for making him feel bad, and also partially this is just fruit and nuts. No one could have tampered with it like they could have with food, so my immediate paranoia kind of dials back, and I'll start chipping away at the nuts.
Okay.
I'm going to be grabbing from his plate. These are pretty good, eh?
Just shoving them handfuls.
I'll
Just eating the orange peel and all.
because my friends are not super couth, I'm gonna try to use my talent at socializing to potentially get the students talking more, so that we can talk about things that won't scare the crap out of my parents that I've been doing.
Yeah, because your mom right away is like, so how was your trip back?
It was great. We were in a carriage. Have any of you guys traveled in a carriage or been at the Red Smoke Inn?
And so your dad is like, oh, is that the one with the old lizard man who makes the pipes?
Yes, yeah, Rux. He's wonderful. How about you kids down there, you adult students?
Yeah, so you kind of make sure the conversation doesn't fall on you, so you don't have to tell your parents you were adventuring.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was the trip for you? Violent.
We did some murders.
That guy killed a bunch of people, and I killed a few.
I learned murders from him. The guy you hired to keep me safe taught me how to do murders.
And now I'm hoping that I can just go on the road with this little band of guys who do the murder.
If I could sum it up in one word, it would be traumatic.
So the meal is about halfway done when there is a knock at the door, and then a voice calls out, presenting the Comtesse Adeline Cording.
I'll quickly just like get my napkin, which was like tucked into my shirt to make sure my clothes stayed clean, like rip it off, just like pat down my face and make sure I look presentable and like stand.
Okay. So a page comes into the room and announces her again, and she comes around the corner. She's wearing the same armor she was wearing before, and now a long green cape. And she says, I apologize for interrupting your meal. So she looks at the three of you and says, do you have time now? Should I come back later?
We have time now to do the report. We can just use the front office. I just look at my mom and dad.
Your mom nods. Your dad it looks like he's about to invite the Comtesse to dinner, and your mom like puts a hand on his arm and whispers something to him, and he nods and sits back down.
Do they have another bottle of wine there?
Yep.
I'll just like grab it and look at my dad and just be like, my parents wanted us to give you a gift of the 36 wine thing, whatever.
Thank you. And she nods to the page, who takes it and says, please take me to your front office.
I take them to the front area where they do, I guess,
negotiations and such. So
yeah.
it's a comfortable, it's the right place in the house to go talk to the Comtesse.
And I'll grab the papers that Figured got for us, and I'm sure he hasn't finished the map, but he'll be working on it tonight. So yeah, we'll head into that room.
Okay, so she sits down across from you and says, I understand that there was quite a powerful orc that was after my brother. I can't thank you enough for your service, but I hope this small token of my appreciation will seem worthy. And she nods to the page, who sets a small pouch with 50 gold in front of each of you. There is also a healing potion in each pouch.
50 gold and a healing potion.
Yeah. I understand you might have more intelligence on what the orcs were after.
Yes. One of my parents' students actually was able to translate this dribble we found in their map room, which had the map leading directly to that grate. And I lay the papers out. I'll just kind of guide her through them so she doesn't have to read them at length. We did find those rust monsters, so that's the eggs they're talking about here that helped them get through the gate. I just kind of move those papers to the side. Here's the papers asking for your brother to be captured. And
so he was the true target.
Yes, it looks like it, and it looks like they were going to take him to this fortress. Right now I'm getting Figured, after he finishes eating, Figured's going to drop a map to where the orcs were supposed to go.
So this abandoned temple.
We did think if it's something that you would want from us, we could head that way.
You've done an excellent job in dealing with this situation so far. If you'd be willing to find out what's at that temple, especially finding out who's there 4 days from now when they're supposed to take my brother, I'd be willing to give you another 300 gold.
Sorry, there was a lot of cumin in that soup. It was very spicy. My dad is a well-mannered man, meaning man. Not really well-mannered. Well-meaning man, but yeah. I look to the other two. Can I sense how they are feeling?
I mean, I think they were both expressing shock at
300
the
is a lot of gold.
Now, she did not say each.
100 is a lot of gold.
We don't even have to rent horses anymore.
We could buy horses.
I
The
think
best part about that is I could have turned into a horse, and I am no one's beast of burden.
yeah, I mean if we can figure out how far it is out to this castle. I'm guessing that we probably would need to go in the morning. But I think it would behoove everyone to know who's after your brother and for what purpose.
Yes, I'd appreciate it if you could look into this for me.
Wonderful. You have my pipes.
Great.
As you point to your arms or your pan flutes?
Oh, my pan flutes.
Oh, okay.
Basically, as soon as they said how much gold was going to be rewarded, my eyes would have been dinner plates like the entire time, just
Yeah.
really awkward, like frozen in place.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, if these people are willing to employ the cult of Grumsh,
Yeah.
they're probably willing to do more desperate things, so
You got a team, lady.
Excellent. So if you do find you need anything from me, you can let them know at the castle. I'll give words that you are in my employ to figure out what's happening.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So she and her page are. She stands up and she says, "If there's nothing else."
It would really please my parents if you did say goodbye to them on your way out.
All right. So yeah, she heads in there and she says, Miss Yvette, Mr. Maurice, thank you so much for your hospitality. Your daughter is a true benefit to the county, and I look forward to working with her further on this orc incident. And she bows and heads out, and your mother nods, and you can see your dad turning a new shade of red.
And then once the Comtesse is out,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, peek my head and be like, Dad, she's still in earshot. She is still in earshot.
I'm going to go work on my mural. He goes outside to angry paint.
just starts painting a halo over
Yeah.
over Olivia's head. Just painting a picture of his whole family. It's like, what an angel!
I love her so much. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're still in the front office. That's good news, right?
That's a lot of money.
I guess.
I'm
not saying no.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go eat some more stew, and now my dad's out of the room. My mom and I actually don't have to worry about making him yell.
So yeah, you head back to supper, and your mom's like, "So, are they still going with you?"
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, your dad isn't worried for nothing. Orcs are dangerous.
I understand. I don't really get that close, too. And honestly, I think I'm maybe stronger than even I thought, and maybe stronger than you guys thought.
I'm not asking you to hide from anything. I'm asking you to make sure you're careful.
I promise.
Okay, thank you.
That's why I figured it's going to do that drawing for us to make sure we're going the right way. And I'll always ask you guys for help when I need it.
Okay, good.
Can I have a bottle of wine?
Can I smoke in here?
We just start becoming delinquent.
She's like, yes, you can have a bottle of wine. There's a smoking parlor through that door.
Great.
You head out there, and there's a couple of the other students who are there with pipes.
All bought from Rux. They all come
Yeah.
through that way. Cool. Yeah, I'll turn to Grimlock and be like, are you okay down here on your own if I head up to my room?
There's still so much food on the table.
I got my hands full here. Don't worry about me.
I'll just squeeze my mom's shoulder and just be like, I'm just going to be up in my room working on some stuff Imer's left me. Just come say goodnight before you go to bed.
All right. And she turns to Grimlock and she's like, Grimlock, do you play Three Dragon Ante? As she goes for a deck of cards.
You know it.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
deal 'em.
I'm gonna take that bottle of wine and head upstairs and try to work on some of this stuff.
Sure. And for that research, we'll reveal a little bit kind of each session. So
'Kay. Yep.
It won't, because again, it's long-term campaign stuff.
Oh, of course. No, I just
Yeah.
she
Tell
obviously
me now.
she has to be working on it. I assume right now all I'm doing is sorting it and trying to put it in a way that I can start working on it.
Yeah.
Plus I'm drinking, so probably not best to try to figure it all out now.
So yeah, pretty early in the morning. Figured has compiled a map for you guys. He's consulted some of the older maps your parents have, and he's got where you would need to go down this old road. And he has found that the temple is labeled as, give me 1 second here. New challenger approaches. Oh, okay. So he has it from one of your dad's maps. Your father called it the Haunted Temple. But there is a floor plan of the temple itself. It is apparently one floor above ground. It is one big, large, open room that sits on top of a cliff. But your father's notes of it say that the statues in the temple move.
What town did you say it was near?
The closest town to it is Abelant.
Okay.
So it's about 10 miles from town.
We could go and see if we can borrow some horses since we're under her employ, and some rations and stuff, just in case we have to stay out there longer. Though they said it's 4 days from now that they were going to meet there.
Yeah.
Should we go out and scout it first?
You could.
I can't think of a better idea.
10 miles, how long is that going to take us?
Like,
Walking would take about 4 hours, on horseback about 2.
Okay. We could at least
A
go.
lot of prep time.
We could get out there and take a look and then set traps or set an ambush for whoever's coming, because we have the orc cart. Set that up outside, make it look like they're camping in there.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Use the, there was a bunch of javelins on it, right? We could, like, make some spike traps or something. I don't know.
I just load up that cart and take.
I don't know anything about craftsmanship or trap making specifically, for that matter.
I mean, neither.
Just make it look like they came out there, even if we have to get a horse or a donkey to pull that big cart, so that the cart trail, at least, if the person is any sort of intelligent being, they're going to be looking for signs of orc activity.
If only we could find, like, a giant spider to tow that thing. That'd be perfect.
Why don't we just borrow horses or buy a horse?
Yeah, we'll head.
I am
back
no one's
to the-
beast of burden.
We'll head back to the Comtesse's
All right.
castle.
All right. So you guys all also are now level 3.
Hooray.
The Comtesse will be happy to lend you horses for the duration of the mission. And we will take it from when you leave town the next time.
Ooh, rolling for our health stats.
We're 7.
I got a 4. Is that Joey roll worthy?
That's a you decision.
I would. Joey's shaking his head no.
That's because of statistics.
I'm going to keep my 4.
Monkey is D8, correct?
Yes.
Joey roll. It's a 3.
It's a 5.
Ho ho!
Great success. Ouch. Ouch. Why did you Joey roll that 8 and then point it
I
at
just
me?
rolled a D8 and pointed it at you.
We're in the darkest timeline.